Well, good morning, YouTube. It's your Rice Patty Daddy, and welcome to Rice Patty Reasons. Hey, all right. I'm having coffee with you this morning. It's kind of cold here in San Diego, so you're seeing me in my poncho and my beanie. It is December 31st. It is New Year's Eve, and uh, this is our turning point. Okay, Passport Bros, it is your time. This is going to be your year. I truly believe that there's going to be some exciting things happening. I got my phone with me because one of you guys sent me an email yesterday, asking about advice on what to invest. Okay, and everybody's got different experience levels as far as their investments and their finances. All right. Apparently, this gentleman, is pretty much starting from the beginning, and I think that is a great place to start because you don't have any preconceptions about what's right and what's wrong. Everybody's got an opinion. Everybody's got a different way of doing things. My way is not the only way, so I thought I would just make this video to help everybody who might be in the same space. So this is what I pretty much said to him in the email. I'm not going to read it verbatim, but I emailed this guy back. Anyways, thank you for being here, by the way. I'm now at 22 subscribers, and we've been doing this for like not even a week. So that's fantastic. Thank you guys. Anyways, what I told him and what I'm telling you guys is that if you're looking to invest your money, okay, well, first things first, okay, if you want to invest, you have to be able to save money, okay. For example, the reason why I tell you that is because if you owe a bunch of credit card debt that you're paying like 25+% on, pretty much monthly, okay, then you're really gonna want to get that credit card debt out of the way first before you start saving money, simply because you're getting charged money for having that debt carry over from month to month. So so there's no point in saving when that money that you would otherwise be investing, you know, um, that's money that you could be putting towards your credit card and saving that huge amount of interest that you're getting charged every month. Okay, does that make sense? Um, Basically, there's no point in saving if you owe a lot of debt that you're getting charged all this interest on. Okay, so that is the first thing. Okay, first of all, you want a budget to make sure that your expenses are below, as far below as you can from your income, so that you're saving the maximum amount of money every month so that you can put it towards either saving and investing, or getting the credit card debt or any other kind of debt down and out of the way. All right. I mean, it's debatable as to whether or not it's worth paying a car off early, but I would venture to say that I think that it's a really good idea to carry no debt at all, simply because every penny that you don't spend is is money that you can put to work by investing it. All right, and you think of it like that. Okay, every dollar that you invest, okay, that's your employee now. That dollar is working for you when you invest it. Right, that's what you want to. That's the way you want to think. Okay, um, and if you guys haven't watched my series Rice Patty's Mental Tools, okay, that's the foundation. Okay, those are the basics. Okay, those are the basics that you want to master. Right? They're my way of thinking, and that is what has worked for me. And I believe that if anybody applies those eight fundamental lessons, that they can achieve anything that they want in life. I mean, that's the mindset that I would credit with me being able to retire at age 51. I'm not 51 yet, but I will be next year, and it's going to be exciting. So, anyways, I don't want to talk your ear off. Let me go ahead and get into it. One of the things that you want to pay attention to when investing, okay, is you want to pay attention to what is called return on investment, or ROI. Okay, ROI, return on investment. What this is essentially is the amount of time, either in months or years, of how long will it take for your investment to come back to you. Okay, I'll give you an example. Okay, if you are getting, say, 10 10% on an investment, okay, all right, then say you're getting 10% per month on that investment. This is nothing in particular. It's just an example. Okay. For example, you're making 10% a month on your money. All right, and you invest $100. Okay. That means you're getting $10 every month back. All right. That means that if you let that $100 just sit there, then in 10 months you will have accumulated $100 in returns. In other words, that is a 10-month ROI. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. This is what you want to pay attention to. Okay, how long does it take for me to get my money back? Okay, in which case, once you've gotten your money back, okay, then that $100, okay, will continue to make that $10 a month for you, and you're now risking absolutely nothing because you've already gotten that $100 back. You can now invest it in something else, or you can put all of that back into that vehicle or that investment. All right, and now you're going to be making $20 a month. Okay, it's still the same ROI. Okay, but now that 10% becomes bigger because the principal is bigger. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so so ROI is one of them. The other factor that you really want to pay attention to is the risk involved. Okay, now there's always going to be a factor of risk when you invest your money. There's no way to get away from that. All right, everybody takes a risk when they invest their money. All right, now and it doesn't matter what the investment is. Okay, so I'd say pay attention to the risk factor. Okay, I'll give you an example of that. Okay, for example, all right, like stock trading, crypto trading, foreign exchange trading, like all of these are very high profit investments, but they're also high risk. Okay, now, you could make a ton of money in like a day, you know, doing one of these things, but you can also lose every single penny that you have. Okay, there are people who have gotten into all sorts of trouble, all right, doing that sort of thing and not knowing what they're doing. Now, if you do know what you're doing, you can make a crap ton of money. Okay, but that takes time, patience, and study. All right, you really got to know what you're doing. So if you want to engage in that kind of investment, then I would say you really got to make sure that you know what you're doing. Okay, there are ways to learn. I don't engage in any of that because that is just simply too much of a gamble for me, and I'm not really interested in knowing all this stuff. I don't want to pay that much attention to what the market's doing and all the factors that'll go into changing the market. All right. I prefer to just you know, invest the money and just forget about it. All right, and let it make money. All right, and then reinvest the returns and let that money just pile up and continue to grow while I pay my bills with my job. All right, now here's my strategy. Okay, the reason why I'm waiting this year before I retire is because I want to get to the point where I can pay my bills, all right, travel the world, and continue to have that income continue to grow. In other words, I still want to be able to reinvest, continuing to do that, giving myself a pay raise every single month while still being able to do everything that I want to do in life, right? And that's my strategy. That doesn't have to be your strategy. Bear in mind, I am not a financial advisor, so I'm not giving you any official advice. I'm only letting you know my thoughts on the matter. Okay, so yes, risk factor is something that you want to pay attention to. All right, a lot of safer vehicles are going to be like mutual funds. Okay, those are great. Like diversified funds and like index funds, those are great. You can you will like a lot of index funds will pretty much outperform most of the market, and I would say get a financial advisor and ask them where you can invest your money. All right. Now, usually the best investments require a minimum investment. Okay, so unless you have a substantial chunk of change to invest, I would say start small. All right, I use Stash. Okay, that's one of my that's what I use in place of a savings account because savings accounts suck. That's another video. I'm going to make an entire video of why Rice Patty thinks that savings accounts suck, but they suck for many reasons. Right? But a savings account is only there for you to keep an emergency fund. That's the only thing that it's good for. All right, so keep just enough as your emergency fund and do not put another penny into that savings account. Okay, right? You only need the emergency fund. Okay, the rest of your money should be making money for you or in a safe place, like say buying gold. Gold has held its value pretty much. It has its ups and downs, but if you look at the trend, gold has held its value for 5,000 freaking years. Okay, that is what Robert Kiyosaki calls God's money. Okay, because what we got, that's what we got. All right, gold is a great place to park your cash. Now, am I saying put all your money in gold? No, but it is a great place to save your money in place of a savings account. Okay, because gold is going to hold its value. Okay, I'm going to get into that in another video. Okay, but yeah, I would suggest getting gold. Did I just drop my remote? I did drop my remote. Sorry, guys. All right. I need to be prepared here. So I got a phone in one hand, a remote in the other. I'm a mess. Okay. So that's another factor that you want to pay attention to is what is your situation? Do you have enough to invest in certain vehicles? So like one of the best mutual funds that you can get is all right. So I'm not going to say it's the best. I'm going to say it's one of the vehicle that I prefer myself. All right, is the Vanguard Admiral Growth Fund. I think that you have to have a minimum of $30,000 to open one. Okay, but it has both capital growth and dividends. Okay, so that is a great vehicle and it's really safe. And that is one option for you. Okay, but you have to have that $30,000 to start with just to get in the door. Okay, that's more or less what I did. Is I built up the money that I had been saving through various vehicles, and then went and reinvested that money into really good investments. All right, that had a minimum investment. All right, but they have really good ROI and really good returns. So those were, so two of the vehicles that I use, like they have, an ROI of like 4 or 5 months. which is freaking awesome. All right, so basically with in 5 months I've gotten my entire investment back. All right, so or I could reinvest it and the money goes up. Okay, see how that works? Okay, so that's one thing that you want to pay attention to. Okay, now I like Stash for beginners. Okay, because you can invest in as little as like $1 or something like that, and you can have it invest in whatever you want to invest in. They have all these different programs and investments that you can put your money in that's going to grow your money, and it can take the money straight out of your bank account, like every month, every week, however you want to do it. And then plus you can actually open a checking account with Stash, and every time you use that debit card to buy something, stuff that you're going to buy anyways, it's going to reward you with stock. All right, it's like getting free stock for buying all the crap that you're going to buy anyways. That's freaking awesome. Okay, and then you get to even choose, where the stock goes. Like, well, I mean, sometimes if you use it at, like, say, McDonald's, it's going to invest it in McDonald's stock. All right, but if it's not one of those like automatic, we're going to give you stock in this company, you get to choose the default. Like if I spend it at like a little mom and pop's place, the money that I spent through that debit card is going to be invested in the ETF of my choice. So I really like that a lot. Now I can't share the link in the video because I play by the rules. Okay, Rice Patty plays by the rules. Okay, because I don't want anybody coming after me. So I am not going to like break any rules. I'm not allowed to share my Stash link, but I can if I know you personally. So I would say that if you're interested in getting Stash, send me an email. Okay. The advantage to me sending you a link, of course, is that you will get free stock. If you invest like $100 or more. All right, and I will get free stock for referring you. Okay, so it is actually a win-win. Honestly, that's I'm only interested in stuff that helps you guys. Okay, if it helps me too, that's a bit of a bonus. Okay, but I strongly suggest putting your money in places where it's going to be making you more money. Okay, so Stash is a great place to start if you don't have a lot of money to invest in these larger and more profitable investment vehicles. So that's what I got for you. Now, if you guys are interested in knowing more about my own situation, I'm not going to share specifics about my situation online, but you're welcome to send me an email. About like any question that you have, and I'm probably going to end up making a video about it because, hey, that's great ideas for content. Because I got a lot to talk about. My problem isn't whether or not I have enough to say. The problem is what should I say because there's too much to choose from because my mind is like. But anyways, I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate all 22 of you guys at this point. And hey, I'm looking forward to having my channel grow. It would be nice if I got monetized, but really, if I help even one of you guys get to a better life, and that's worth it to me. So I hope that you guys have a fantastic New Year's. Okay, Happy New Year. I would say Bon He Fa Choi in Cantonese, but those are pretty much the extent of my Cantonese. All right, and I probably didn't say that right. I know, I'm silly, and it's not even Chinese New Year's yet. So, but Happy New Year, everybody. Okay, make your resolutions, but don't make any promises that you can't keep. Okay, because usually if somebody makes a promise and they can't keep it, it's usually because of their SB index. Okay, what are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to change? And what change are you willing to accept? All right, no, that's what you got to think about, everybody. Remember your fundamentals. And if you have any questions, okay, send me an email. All right. What would you like Rice Patty to talk about? Any questions? I take all comers. So happy New Year, everybody, and you keep growing and deserve your victory.